Okay, when I do this project, guys, I have the PDF file at the ready, because you're constantly checking back to the dimensions. And then Autodesk Inventor, I have going. So I'll boot that up, and then I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, to me, the easiest thing to do this one is to start by making an L, and then going from there. Well, it's not showing. Hold on a second. I gotta cast something else for you guys. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Sorry about that delay. Just make sure I'm casting the right thing. So, all right. So the first thing I do here is I make this L, and it's 5.5 inches wide, and then you got to figure out how tall to make the back of it, right? So that's the trick, right? Figuring out how high to make the back of this. Well, turns out it's going to be, if you look at that back view, right, it's going to be 0.375 inches plus 2.35 inches to get the full height in the back, because that radius is going from the top down to the center mark of that hole, right? That's 2.35. And then to get to the bottom of the model, it's another 0.375. So I'm going to start that sketch, right? And I'm going to draw a line. Sometimes what I do is I just draw the basic shape of it, even if it's the total wrong size. I draw the basic shape of it and then just start dimensioning it. Does that make sense? Get what I'm saying there? Oh, I shouldn't have finished sketch. That was goofy. So I'm going to dimension that bottom line now. That one's 5.5. All right, that makes everything look wacky though. All right, so the back of it is 2.35 plus 0.375. Was that it? Go back and check the drawing. You guys know that, right? You can dimensions. You can do math right in the little box. You don't have to do every add in your head. 0.375 plus 2.35. That's a nice thing. All right, there's the height. Now I got to get from here to the front. I'll go back and check my PDF. It looks like it's from there to there. Do I have that measurement? No, but I have from the back to here is 1.75. So that tall part there has got to be 1.75 inches. So actually that dimension is not going to work. I put it there, then actually I have to delete that dimension. So I hit escape, click it, delete it, and I go here. This is going to be 1.75. All right, now I have to get this height. I think that's in there. I think I'll be able to get that. Yeah, make sure you sign back in over there. Sorry. And the height of this part is, holy cow, it's kind of hard to see. What is it there? 0.88, I believe. It's jumbled in there pretty good, but you can see it. 0.88. All right. I think that's all those dimensions. Finish sketch. Should be coming back to you. Extrude it. All right. My computer is running a little slow with the because I'm running Screencastify right now. This is a really beefy laptop too. So 2.0 inches wide. All right. Now, last thing I'm going to show real quick is how to get that top rounded. And this is a really good operation to know how to do. So I'm going to start a sketch on the back. All right. I'm going to put a point right in the center of the back. Oh, it's not snapping. Do you remember what to do to be able to use that geometry? project geometry, guys. That's a huge, awesome tool, project geometry on the back there. So I click project geometry. That's something in engineering 2 when you're doing advanced modeling, we use all the time. Project geometry is so important, so useful. So project geometry, I click that, and now that brings the outline of that back part into this. And now when I go to place a point, it'll snap right between the two sides, and that'll be centered. Now I dimension that point off the bottom. I'm putting it where I want the center of the hole to be, which is 0.375. All right. Now here's the trick. You ready? Check this out. Circle. I'm gonna make a circle. I'm going to make it go tangent up to the top here, right? See that? You ready for something wild? This is an extrusion. Remember that project where we went and we did like every possible type of extrusion and all that? You kind of blast through it. It's also a Project Lead the Way thing. And you guys just take a bunch of screenshots and print them out for me. Can I remember that? Remember that? It's like an early project. All right. Anyway, there's a type of an extrusion. It's this one right here, intersect. So what it does, an intersect extrusion just keeps the part of the solid that will be within that surface, right? So I'm going to pick this surface, right? I'm going to make it go all. It just all makes it go across everything. I'm going to make it a intersect. So you see what that does? It's extruding off anything outside of that circle. And these extents thing here, this is another thing. This is like next level stuff, engineering 2 stuff. The extents are awesome. So like all will literally, no matter how big this part is, it'll just blast it all the way to the end of the part, right? If you want to send it to a specific surface, check this out. You can do extent, you can do two, and I can send it to this surface, right? But that doesn't include that part there, so that doesn't really make sense, right? That's not a really good option there. So in this case, all is good, or you could do two here, which would also keep that part. Hold on 1 second. All right. So I'm going to pause it there, and get back to you.